I'm Ayla.
Hi, I'm Beth Ann.
And this is Let's Talk BL, a boys love podcast.
Oh my gosh, we're back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
No.
We are back, season 4.
I feel like we've been gone for so long.
I know. I think genuinely this has been our longest season hiatus.
Yeah.
Since we started.
Yeah, usually it's just a couple weeks. This was like a whole month.
A whole month.
Oh
A whole month and a week.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I know loyal listeners who are tuning in right now. I know that you have been starved. No.
I know, we get all the DMs being like, when are you coming back? I miss you.
Oh, I was joking.
Well, they do.
But we're back.
Yes.
Hello. Yes. So, oh my god, we have so much to catch up on. Oh my god, we have so much to catch you guys up on. Holy cow. Oh my god, so much has happened. First of all, we were in Thailand.
Wild.
We were in Thailand. We have been back from Thailand for less than 1 week at this point.
Yes.
So that was a whole ride. And also, oh my god, about 1.5 million shows either started or finished while we were gone. So we're going to talk about all of that too.
It's true.
But of course, let's start with a thing that I guarantee everyone is tuning in to hear about because I would listen. If it was me, same.
It's true.
Thailand.
We did so much, and I still don't think I've processed everything we did.
No.
Okay, here's the thing. If you have asked us to plan a BL trip, it won't happen because it's overwhelming us just going to Thailand in the first place.
We can't even plan our own trips to Thailand. Our own trips to Thailand go so haywire. Even when we plan things out, for example, you may have seen we adventured in Chiang Mai with Element. What you may not know is that there was 6 months of planning that went into that. When I am not kidding you when I tell you 6 months of planning went into that. 6 months of like reservations, step by literally we planned down to at one point we had it down to every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Luckily
we pulled back at some point.
We reined it in and then a lot happened.
We still
but
didn't
when
fully
I tell
rein
you
it in.
that despite 6 months of planning for 3 days, things did not happen the way that we thought they were going to happen.
Because you really can't plan.
You really can't plan Thailand. You really can't plan Thailand.
Here's what I have realized. If you want to plan your own BL trip to Thailand, here's what you do. Plan it around the birthday of your favorite. Because there will be a birthday event.
Yes, we went to so many birthday events in Thailand this time.
Because of the flight situation, it's really hard to plan it around a TV show ending because nowadays you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to get a final episode.
Watch, right? Like some sort of event.
We got incredibly lucky that Pluie happened to want to do episode 7 in
although we know why. We all know why. Once we sat down and watched that episode in theaters, we understood why they were like, yes, episode 7.
Yeah. So potentially plan it around the finale episode of
a show that you're watching.
That you want to watch.
Yeah.
But ultimately, just go to a mall. Just hang out in the mall area.
Just go to Thailand to be in Thailand. Here's what I'll say. Go to Thailand to be in Thailand, and the BL stuff will happen to you. But my advice would be go to Thailand to experience Thailand and experience the culture and the people and the food because the people are so wonderful and the culture is there's so much more to Thai culture than BL.
Yeah.
And so I definitely recommend going. Some of the coolest, best experiences we had actually had nothing to do with BL and had everything to do with just Thailand and temples and the people. And so I recommend just going to Thailand to experience Thailand and so much happens in the world of BL and the BL stuff will just happen to you.
Just the entertainment industry in general, music, that concert
we stumbled across a Bilkin appearance accidentally.
Well, the concert one of the first things we did, you found concert tickets to. It was Hybes, Jeff Satter, Tilly Birds,
Safe Planet,
Paper Planes. There was a ton of people performing because they love to put on a music festival.
It wasn't really a festival. It was an ensemble concert.
It's a beer company, right? Is Leo beer?
Yeah, Leo is beer. They had sponsored this concert.
Yeah, and it happens regularly, I believe. And so, it's just compilation concerts, I guess is what it would be.
Right, kind of like the Cat Expos. If you follow T-Pop, which, by the way, huge announcement for season 4. based on popular request, as we have started adding in T-pop last season, we got a bunch of requests for more T-pop. So we've added in a new segment called T-pop Tuesday, where we'll be focusing only on T-pop, solely on T-pop interviews, and that will start this coming Tuesday. So like this is airing on a Wednesday, it'll be like this coming Tuesday, with Tilly Birds.
Insane.
Which is wild.
We got to see Tilly Birds in concert. That was really cool. But there's just always something happening in Thailand, so you can just go and like see Thailand and experience Bangkok, do a little day trip, go cry on the beach.
Yes. We went to the beach with Sia and Mark Poom and First, and we learned a funny little phrase about Bangsan, the beach that we went to. And so, yeah, I recommend just going to Thailand to experience Thailand and letting the BL stuff happen to you. That being said, you can plan around it. And that being said, like, I do have some advice, for example, on, like, if you're gonna, like, as you're picking a hotel, choose a hotel that's either connected to a BTS station or right off of a BTS station.
Yes.
Last time around, we stayed right off of a BTS part of the time and right off of an MRT part of the time. And I didn't realize until this time around, when our hotel the whole 3 weeks was right off of an MRT, how inconvenient the MRT actually is.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, this is great. It's right across the street from an MRT, which is like fine. And it was great. But like
nothing's off the MRT.
Comparing the MRT to the BTS, always pick the hotel that's off the BTS.
True.
And like a 10-minute BTS walk is not the same as a 5-minute BTS walk. Pick that 5-minute BTS walk. Pick that if it says like 1 to 3 minutes, 1 to 5 minutes. Yeah. As soon as you start hitting a 10-minute BTS walk, oh no, my friend. You are in the boonies.
If you need to be somewhere at a certain time, plan to leave
1 hour.
Hour before.
1 hour, even if you're only 15 minutes away.
Or potentially 2 if it's during the hours of like
7 to
9 to like 7 p.m.
Yeah, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yes.
Also,
sometimes starting as early as 3 p.m.
Also, some of the coolest Thai places are down an alleyway.
Yes. Don't be afraid to go down the alleys. Don't be afraid to go as far out as like Don Muang Airport to get somewhere.
There's some
go on
really
adventures.
Nice Grab drivers who will be concerned for your safety for a restaurant you want to go to and will wait for you, and it'll turn out just fine.
We went very far out for lots of different reasons, and everyone was awesome.
Download Thai Grab. That's the other advice. Make Thai friends
if you can. I will say that's a tall order. We've learned culturally,
a lot of our listeners are on like language learning apps, and they have made friends with Thai people.
Yes.
And Twitter.
If you can, but I will say if you can't, if it's something that's inaccessible for you, you're going to be fine. You're going to have a great time. I wouldn't say that that's like a must, because it's very nice culturally kind of like a tall order. We learned. So even now, we've been to Thailand a couple times for long periods of time. We're still learning more about Thai culture.
Constantly. It's ridiculous.
So
there's still more to be learned.
And there's still more to be learned.
I will say, your Thai friends may not meet up with you, but your Thai friends will give you all the recommendations.
They'll give you a lot of advice. Yes.
They will. It's very helpful.
Yes.
Don't drink the coffee with the fruit.
That's just Beth Ann's. I don't know. I know a lot of people that like it. Drink it if you want to try it.
I do love the food. All the food. Nothing's really that spicy, because I even tried spicy things and was like, okay, it's not crazy spicy.
I only one time in my 3 weeks in Thailand, when I chased down every Thai person that would speak to me, and I was like, make it spicy, please. Only one time did I eat food that tasted adequately spicy.
We frolicked around Chinatown with Boy. Did he get you spicy things?
No. He tried. He tried his best. He tried his hardest.
You were too close to him when they were ordering.
He tried his hardest.
Maybe that's what it was.
But even he was eating the food, and he was like, it's so spicy. He was like sweating, and I was like, this is not spicy, my friend.
Yeah.
So he can't handle the spice. And then we went to dinner with some people that can handle the spice. And so and I was like tucked in the corner.
Yeah.
So like
you were very far away from the ordering. That was
yeah. So once it got down to me, it was adequately spicy. Yes.
Do you have a top moment that you can share with the people from Thailand?
Oh, that's not going to be a spoiler. Do you?
I would say Boy in Chinatown was pretty wonderful.
It was pretty wonderful. It was pretty funny.
Boy is like the nicest person ever.
Yeah.
Well, and Bangsan.
Bangsan. Yeah, Bangsan.
Spending a whole day with Sia was pretty great.
Yeah, that was a really fun trip. Surprisingly, you should stay tuned for the vlog. It'll come out later this month. I had a wonderful time with Sia all day long, but I really got to know Mark Poom on that trip. Mark Poom and I buddied up. We became little buddies that day. We both led our people because here's the secret. Mark Poom and all of his little team, chaotic. Let's Talk BL, chaotic.
Fully
Mark
chaotic.
Poom and I, at some point, had to take the lead. It's like how sometimes you'll go out drinking with your friends, and you, like, lock eyes with one of your other friends, and you both just realize, like, I have to be the adult. Everyone else, like, they're all getting wild. Like, tonight is our night to shine.
Mark Poom were the adults.
Me and Mark Poom had that moment where we both looked at each other and we were like, today is our day to shine.
It's true because, you know, it's funny. We started the day, and we were like, we all have to get coffee. And so we pulled off on this, like, road, this it was what are they called?
Yeah, like a rest area.
Thank you. Like a rest stop.
Yeah.
And I saw a Starbucks, and I love Starbucks in Thailand.
She beelined for the Starbucks,
so
and Mark
easy.
Poom was like, no.
Yeah. He was like, I want to give you local Thai experience. And I was like, yes. But nobody was making a decision. And so I was like, Starbucks, coffee, yes. And so they quickly ushered us into like the local Thai place, which
it was hilarious. Mark Poom was like, no, no, ma'am, no. He was not having it. It was hilarious and adorable.
It was amazing.
Yes, Mark Poom and I very quickly I've learned are kindred spirits. Where he was like, I did some research, and I was like, oh my God, Mark Poom, me too, because I plan out all these trips. I'm the one that does all the research, and so I was like, oh my God, Mark Poom, me too. And so it turns out the second cafe we went to, he knew all about, and he was like, this came up in my research, and I was like, same. Cute. And so like that's when we were on the same page, and we were buddies. So Bangsan was pretty great. I highly recommend watching the vlog. It's adorable, I think. We'll see. But a top moment. Oh, it's so hard. It's so difficult, especially because like there's one thing that I really want to keep as a surprise.
We did so many different things. Oh, here's the other thing that you like can't really fathom is because there's just so much stuff happening. There's so many people walking around, and you do run into people. We ran into Pepper
in the mall,
GMMTV Pepper, and it was a very funny moment. We'll tell this story because I don't.
Sure,
it won't be
not,
anywhere
and
else.
it's not in a vlog or anything. Yeah.
So we saw him walking in the food court at the mall, and we were also walking. And
we were buying makeup.
You guys were buying makeup, and I was like, that was Pepper. And it's one of those things where people in Thailand are so, like the celebrities in Thailand are so nice that if you're chill and you're not going to create a bunch of commotion, like sure, be like, hey, can I get a photo?
And I love Pepper. I have loved Pepper since Star in My Mind.
So he walked
despite his character's bad behavior.
He walked by really quickly, and I was like, oh my God, that's Pepper. And you were like, oh my God. And so I was like, we should ask for a photo. But like he had already like walked down. So what we did was we uncreepily followed him.
We were like, we were like, let's walk, because we had to go to the escalator anyway. So we were like, let's go towards that escalator that he went towards. If he's still there, awesome. If he's not, whatever.
Like, if he turns around and comes back, I will say something, because Ayla was losing her
mind. And we weren't going to chase him down.
No.
So then, lo and behold, he turns around. He flips.
Yes.
And he starts walking back towards us because, like, I think he had gone the wrong direction.
Or maybe he was looking for a restaurant. That's kind of what it looked like, as he was trying to figure out where to eat.
Yeah, they were. Well, this was, like, pretty far from the food court. But, yes, he was, like, walking. He was clearly looking for something, and he, like, couldn't find it.
So he comes back, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to say something. And I go, hi, are you Pepper? And he goes, yes. And I said, oh my God, we're fans. And you look like,
well, okay, before that, actually, you were like, hi. And he was like, hi. And he was like all confused. And you go, are you Pepper? And he goes,
yes.
Me? Right? He asks, he's like, are you talking about me? He was so confused. He was highly confused. And you were like, Pepper. You were like, we're fans. Like, and he, like, it took him a minute to, like, register that you actually knew who he was. That it wasn't just, like, a white person asking a question in a mall.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but then because I have still not gotten into the mindset of, like, I need to say fan club, because obviously in Thai, fan means girlfriend, boyfriend.
Right. It means partner. And every time, still to this day, even if they know they're talking to a foreigner, that like this
It takes
look
them a
of
second.
confusion
Yeah.
happens on their faces, and they're like, "Fan? What?" They're like, "Pardon?"
So I say we're your fans, and Ayla quickly goes, fan club.
That's my entire like contribution to the discussion about getting a picture with Pepper is me just popping up in the back going, "Fan club."
Fan club. So then I say, can we take a photo with you? And he was he immediately was like, yes.
He was
and
so
he was
sweet.
so nice. And it was a whole thing. Did we take a selfie?
Yes, he took the selfie. He took the
Okay.
phone. He took the selfie.
Because
it was
that's
very
the
cute.
other thing is that if they will take a selfie with you, selfies turn out so much better than
Get them to
creepily
take it.
standing.
Yeah, do the
like
selfie.
someone else taking a photo is weird. Yeah, just take. These boys know
Just
how to
do
take
the
a selfie.
and get them to take the selfie.
They'll
they know
take
how to
about
take the
1,000
selfie.
photos.
They'll take 1,000,000 and make sure live is turned on your phone
Yes.
so that you can get those live photos because it's so worth it.
That was exceptional.
Yeah, that was fun. Ran into Pepper.
We tried to go to a Zenunu appearance.
We successfully went to a Zenunu appearance.
Sure. It was in the middle of a mall.
I saw them.
It was a pop-up.
I saw them. I saw them with my eyes.
We tried to see them walk in because that's the golden ticket is if you can see them walk in and walk out.
Yes, for any appearance, if you can see the person that you're there for walk in or walk out, that's where you get the interaction, the golden interaction.
Stay tuned. There's a interaction to be talked about. So we thought we were in the right place to see Zenunu walk in. We were not in the right place.
We were not. We saw Sky.
Yes. Sky Wongrave.
Yes.
GMMTV.
Yes.
We then walked because we heard screaming. We walked a certain way and we saw Becky.
Yes, Becky was there.
It was a Dolce & Gabbana pop-up in the middle of Siam Paragon in a very weird tiny hallway. And then we saw Zenunu for like a split second. But because you could only walk through.
Yeah, the security was really making you go.
And we had somewhere to be. We kind of only got like a glimpse.
We walked back and forth like a few times. I saw them with my eyes.
It was wild.
Yeah. I did, in fact, see Zenunu in real life with my own eyes. They are real. They exist. It was wild.
I still don't think they exist.
It was wild. I saw them. I saw them. I did.
We were going to go to a Net James appearance, but we had a schedule run long. That is the other thing. If something is scheduled for 2 p.m., there's going to be about a 5-hour window that you can catch that thing happening.
Yes. For example.
Oh, my God.
We had a prior commitment.
Yes.
And so we could not go to the Rising Music Showcase.
Yes.
Which we were so excited about.
Shout out Nikki.
Yes, shout out Nikki Jacobson. If you're a Project Alpha fan, if you remember us talking about Project Alpha, Nikki, of course, has been signed to Rising Music. So has Fiat. Yes.
And Perwa.
Yes. So.
And a new boy group, which I'm so excited about.
The new boy group does look very cute. So we were very, very sad that we couldn't go to this. Yeah. But literally, this event started at 2 p.m. and it was 7 p.m. by the time we got back over to Siam Discovery.
And I was like, Ayla,
I love Nikki. Everybody knows this.
If our experience has taught us anything, the Thai will just be in a place for 10 hours. So let's go by this location because a lot of these things are happening in like the mall.
In the mall complex, in the Siam complex.
And it's not that hard because we were going to MBK to pick something up. So it wasn't that hard. We were walking through Siam Discovery anyway. So I was like, let's go to the top floor.
Yeah.
You do the long way and you see the people you want to see.
And lo and behold, we got up there and there was Nikki. And he was just standing there. He was like meeting fans. His manager was standing there. And he was the nicest boy in the world. That's the other thing. Don't be nervous to just, if you see a group of fans waiting to talk to somebody, go up and join the group of fans. Yeah. Everyone will be so nice to you. I have yet to meet one Thai fan that was like rude.
No, yeah.
I have never, so nice. And we have been to about 1.5 million appearances at this point of all kinds. Like we went to that like Valentino thing that had Jeff and Off and Atlas and like and Mew, and that was the craziest experience because
that was wild.
We really were there to see Atlas.
Yes.
And
oh my God, you should tell this story, but the off of it all.
Oh, the off of it all. So we had kind of like ping ponged around to try and figure out like where we're gonna get the best vantage point. And we
because there was only room for 30 fans in front of the store. So
right. And they were only letting everyone else stand in very specific areas in the rest of the mall. So we're like ping ponging around trying to figure out where we're gonna stand. And we end up at this one corner and this like group of little like high school girls rushes up, and they're all in a tizzy. And I look down and I see on their phone they're looking at the off appearance, like what time is off gonna show up, and they're like freaking out that they missed him. And I was like, he hasn't come yet.
Yeah,
you
with
guys.
these appearances, they're usually 15 to 20 minutes late.
Or they're directly on time, honestly. Sometimes they're like literally to the minute on time, so do not bank on being late. And so I was like, don't worry, guys, he hasn't come out yet. And they were like frightened. Yes. But then literally like 2 minutes later, Off walks out. And listen, Off is very striking. Even I almost like
you started
had
running
a moment.
too?
Yeah. But everyone in the mall literally starts running towards the Valentino doors, and there's one security guard and you hear just like screaming and running, like people start running towards Off, and this one security guard is like, you see the fear of God in his eyes in that moment. It was so funny. It was the funniest thing. And we were just standing there because, you know, of course, if you remember from last season, Off and I are besties. So, like, it was super chill for me.
But also we're grown-ups and, like, don't run anywhere in relation to,
yeah, I don't want to run if I don't want to fall down.
Well, yes. But, like, also we are foreigners and have no idea what's going on, and we know that it's inappropriate to run at something.
No, I knew why they were running. I knew it was Off. Like, I saw him with my eyes because he's so tall. Like, he towers over everyone. I saw him with my eyes.
Yeah.
But so really, like, the point of my story with the fans being so nice is that when we finally realized, like, we finally figured, okay, like, At Last is coming. This is where they're coming from, because we could see on Twitter people were sort of live updating.
Yeah.
And there was this question of, like, okay, how is everyone walking into this place?
Right.
And we had seen where they were going to walk in from, because, again, remember, you want to get them when they walk in or when they walk out.
We stumbled upon that because we couldn't figure out where Off had come from. It looked like he came from that hallway because he was the first one. Nobody else.
And so, and At Last was second.
We had wandered around and we were like, maybe somebody else had come in, and we were trying to figure out if they came from elevators.
We were trying to figure out where they had come in.
Exactly,
and
where.
But we knew what direction he had come in from because we like had seen, right? Like what direction he had come in from.
Wild.
So we ping pong all around, and I turn, and like people, the Thai fans always know what's going on. So pay attention to the Thai fans, you guys, and be nice to the Thai fans.
And you'll feel the air shift.
Because the Thai fans will be nice to you. So be nice to the Thai fans because the Thai fans will be nice to you. And so I turned to these girls and I like asked them, are you guys Ailey's? Like that's the fandom name for At Last. And they're like, no. And they show me their phones. They're here for Jeff.
Well,
and I was like, okay.
They all had on Jeff Satter shirts too.
I wasn't even looking at their shirts. I was just like, I was looking at their faces.
Yeah.
And so I was like, are you guys Ailey's? And they were like, they show me their phones, and they all had like Jeff Satter stuff on their phones. And so I was like, oh, okay. And they were like, At Last. And I had like shown them on my phone because there was a tweet that was like all in Thai. And I was like, this is what we're here for. And they were like, oh, okay. And they were like, stand right here. And they let us fully stand right in front of them.
Yeah.
So that right when At Last came through, we got the like full interaction. We got the full everything. Like they saw us, they waved us, we made the eye contact. And then respectfully, we did the thing you're supposed to do, which is we left and we let those girls have the front row for Jeff. So like that's what I mean by like Thai fans will be so nice and accommodating with you if you are nice and accommodating with them. So just like be respectful, be nice, be friendly, and I have yet to meet a Thai fan that isn't just like the nicest.
Because that's what will happen a lot of times with these appearances and events is that if there's multiple people, like at this Valentino thing, we had Jeff and Mew and Off and At Last and some other people. And so, like, there's a lot of shifts that will happen. Like, if their artist has already come through and there's, like, movement that'll happen and you'll then get to the front.
Well, and even sometimes, like, last year, Golf had an appearance. Mm-hmm. And I really just want, like, I'll be honest with you guys, I really just wanted to see Golf up close with my own eyes. So I was kind of, like, wandering around the fan pit area, which was on the side of the appearance, just, like, trying to pop my head. Just, like, I just wanted to see him for a second. And Golf's fan sites fully like enveloped me in their warm, loving embrace and like pulled me to the front and let me go in front of them and let me like see him because they were like, okay, this girl clearly just wants to see him. Yeah. And so like I looked at him for a few minutes, I took a few pictures and then I left. Like they were so nice. Like if you show interest and are respectful and nice, like, and
they get excited.
Like take your turn and then leave, right? Like let everyone else have their turns. And like that's what happened. We went to Muon's birthday event and like whenever there was like a shift because he wasn't going to stand where everyone thought he was going to stand. It was a whole thing. And then we had to like take pictures. This like one random Thai fan was like, okay, go stand over here. We're going to take pictures now. Like, they will help you. Yeah. Like, they will help you as long as you're nice and respectful and like do the thing you're supposed to do.
Absolutely. There's just so much that happens.
There's just so much. I've had time to think, and I think my favorite non-spoiler, because it's been announced, moment was Benjamin Brazier.
He is pretty great.
Benjamin Brazier. Okay.
Oh, Ben Brazier.
I have loved Benjamin Brazier. For over 2 years now, I have loved him.
We have physical proof that we messaged him 2 years ago for an interview.
I have loved Benjamin Brazier since before we started this podcast. There's just something about Ben that I have always liked. I think anybody who's a Ben Brazier fan understands this, that like he just comes off as such a nice guy. Right. If you're a fan of him,
well, you have to be very committed because he's only done one thing.
Well,
right?
But like he streams and he goes live, like he does have his Twitch stream, right? Like I'm dying. I came back to America and promptly started dying, you guys. Don't come back to America.
America took you out.
Yeah, America took me down. Yeah. So, like, he comes off as just the nicest guy, right? If you follow his socials, if you watch his streams, if you write, like, all of this stuff with Ben, if you listen to the other appearances or watch any other appearances he's ever done. And so he's just, like, he seems so genuine and nice. And so 2 years ago when the podcast first started, we had tried to get him. We've also on and off continuously tried to get him on the podcast.
Right.
But the very first time we ever tried, when we had no idea what we were doing, it was literally the week we started the podcast. Yeah. We had DM'd him on Twitter. And we were like, Ben, do you want to come on our podcast? 2 years ago. And since then, we learned what we were doing. We went through his manager. We've like, and things have like come and gone, and then Be Mine Superstar. Anyways, all this stuff. And then we were in Thailand, and I looked down at my phone.
This was wild.
And I see a DM from Benjamin Brazier himself saying that he would very much like to come on my podcast and talk about Be Mine Superstar. And I immediately found a slot for him. Yeah. I was like, yes. Here's the time. Here's the questions. Here's your guide. Here's your stuff. Bing, bang, boom. And he gets there and he shows up. He was the first thing that we had that day because I had kind of like found a slot for him. And Benjamin Brazier is exactly who you want him to be. So fans of Ben, I just want to assure you, like, I left that whole situation being like, I truly hope everyone in this world gets to experience their own Ben, right? Like somebody that, and I was saying this earlier today, that I think Ben was probably the best Thai just celebrity experience I've ever had in my life, because I had been a fan of his for so long. He showed up. He was wonderful. He was warm. He was nice. He was exactly who I thought he was going to be. He ended up like hanging out on set with us for like the entire day because the interviews after him happened to be some of his friends. And so like he ended up staying, and I ended up having like a really real conversation with him later. And like, he is everything that you want him to be. So like, Ben Brazier fans, we really hit a gold mine here.
He's a good dude.
He really is a good guy.
We were talking about this to somebody where we're like, it's such a Western thing where it's like, don't meet your fave because they're not going to live up to the hype. Right. And so often with these Thai celebrities, they absolutely do live up to the hype, and even more so.
Ben exceeds his hype. I will say Ben exceeds his hype.
We've talked to a good amount of people at this point, and I would say like 0.1% are like not that great, but it's not that they're awful. It's just like they're not that great.
They don't live up to their hype. Yeah. Right?
And so, yeah, he was pretty cool.
He was pretty wonderful. He was pretty wonderful.
He's
so
a real dude.
He's a cool guy. Ben is a very cool guy. So yes, that's going to be my favorite non-spoiler moment.
Oh, that was so great.
Because I have one moment that was better than that. That is the best, the tip top of the Thailand experience.
Stay tuned.
But I cannot tell you what it is. You will find out in September.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
So things to look forward to in season 4 of Let's Talk BL, of course, an interview with Benjamin Brazier.
Yes.
That is happening next week. An interview with Tilly Birds.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. An interview with Chris and Gowan of Be My Favorite. And when I tell you,
magical.
you will be surprised.
It was so
I
good.
was surprised. Genuinely. I went into it with a very specific idea in my head.
We talked to a pillar, y'all. Say what you will. He's a pillar.
But also, I went into that interview with a very specific viewpoint.
Right.
And we asked a very specific question, and we got a really specific answer. And I think that everyone will be very curious to hear it, and I think you should totally watch.
Yeah.
What else?
So many vlogs. Bangsan is
Peace
first.
to Faye and Bangsan, yes.
So excited.
We Nyongyo
Rim
to Laid with Peace to Faye.
Literally.
Yes.
Very
and
cute.
God, a million other interviews.
Yes.
Longley, Kokleong and Tuss.
Yes,
Nikki Jacobson, hashtags.
Y'all, you don't even understand. We met this new boy group called Hashtags, and they're going to blow your mind. Because here's the thing. We loved K-pop before we got into BL. And then we found BL and T-pop, and we got into Atlas. And it's one of those things where a lot of these groups are a dime a dozen. Their song is good, their dancing is good, but what really changes things is the personality of the members. And when I tell you that the Hashtags boys are just good dudes, they're sweet.
They're a good time.
They're all
so
going to be in a
funny.
BL, which is so cool. And shout out Inflow.
Yes.
We love Inflow.
JJ and Fong are back on the podcast.
I love JJ and
We've
Fong.
got Copter Panawat with a very fascinating interview. We did it, of course, during Pride Month, and so we got to talk about them coming out as non-binary. It's super, super interesting.
So good.
Highly recommend. Looking forward to that one.
We got to talk to Orm.
We got to talk to Orm. Oh my God, from
She's
End of Love, The Tuxedo, La Pluie.
magical.
She's wonderful. And we got to meet some new girls from
Oh my God.
Star Hunter's new upcoming GL called Love Seniors. They're also in a girl group called Cosmos.
They're so cool.
I'm obsessed with them.
Biggest girl crush ever.
Boys who?
Yes.
I don't know any boys.
No.
I only know these three girls.
It's true.
Because they're wonderful.
I'm
Noon and
excited.
Anda and Prewa. Like, they're perfect.
I can't wait.
We got girls. We got boys. Oh my God. Who else am I forgetting? There's so many. So much happened.
I think that's about it. To not spoil.
Yeah. Also, obviously, we went to Chiang Mai with Element, and
Obviously.
that's a thing that's gonna come out.
Lord have mercy. Anything else that you want to tell the people?
I think there's so much to look forward to, but I think that's just about everything to look forward to that we did in Thailand.
Out of control.
It was a lot. It was,
We
some would
also-
say too much.
Speaking of boys' birthdays, we got to go to Mick's birthday celebration. It's very cute. He was so
Yes.
fun. We fed some fish. We
Look forward to that
went
on
to the temple.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cute.
It's very, very cute. We got to do some very cool temple experiences with boys this time around. And I'll go ahead and tell you, there will be season 4 merch.
Who will
There
will
will
be
be
wearing
season
the
4
merch?
merch. It will come out in August. And you will get to see who we worked with on this season 4 merch. I think it's pretty great. It was a pretty fun experience.
Okay. Let's continue on.
Let's get to the series. That's everything we did in Thailand. Hopefully you're still listening because, oh my God. Let's go through everything that just happened. So
I know. I feel like
I'm just going to read down the list. Luminous Solution, House of Stars, Step by Step, Love Tractor, Be My Favorite, La Pluie, Be Mine Superstar, Our Sky 2, and Dinosaur Love have all either started or continued or finished up while we were gone.
There's still episodes, like I haven't finished Our Sky 2.
Oh, I have?
Because I have tried to catch up with things. I wanted to start things.
Yeah, you like abandoned it to start new things.
Yeah, well, and I just forgot about it because I like watched everything except for the last episode. But it's one of those things where you see so many clips that you're like, oh yeah, we did go to Love Out Loud for the merch.
Yeah,
We didn't
which
actually
was
get to go to the
outstanding.
concert.
Shout out to C's entire family for running his merch booth because
Yeah.
I went to
Everybody's.
almost all of the merch booths.
All
the merch booths were...
All of Nanon's family was running his.
Yeah. Nanon's family was hysterical at this thing. But C's family solidly planted themselves in my heart at his booth.
I mean, they had yogurt.
They also had just the nicest little... And the merch... Just C. Oh, C. Sweet C. It makes a lot of sense because he's so sweet.
Yes. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, so I haven't finished watching Our Sky 2 because, like, between the Love Out Loud clips and just the clips on Twitter about the show, I was like, oh, I know what happens. I feel like that happens. Like, you see clips about a thing and you're like, I don't really need to watch it because I know what happens.
But sometimes that can be a red herring because sometimes, like, there have been shows that I'm like, I'm not going to watch that because I saw the clips on, like, Twitter or something and I'm like, it doesn't seem interesting to me.
Yeah.
And then, like, because Twitter pulls out such specific clips, you really, like, sometimes can miss a big chunk. So I feel like sometimes that's a red herring.
You watch it in context and you're like, oh, I like this more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
I agree. Ooh. It's 4th of July.
It's the 4th of
Oh
July. I don't know if that picked up on the mics, but it is
close.
the 4th of July. One of the hoodlums is lighting the firecrackers literally right outside.
Are you 45 years old?
Yes, get off my lawn.
Or parking lot.
Get off my lawn. Oh my God.
Anyways.
Okay, so Luminous Solution. Of course, all of these may or may not get a series Sunday, so we're not going to dive into the series. We're just kind of going over them. Luminous Solution finished, and it was a choice.
I say watch it on Gaga.
I say... If there are other things on your list.
Sure.
That's my... I just finished it today. I literally binged the whole thing today.
I watched it because Kauna...
I watched it for Kauna and Katja.
And he was in it for like a hot second.
Because I love Katja, yeah, it was worth it for me because I got so much Katja.
I fell in love with Belle and Bodhi.
And the little boy from Nidaman, the boy who plays Mai.
Bodhi.
I love him.
I do too. I like his little couple Belle.
I love him. Okay, then we have House of Stars.
House of Stars, I feel like, are you watching this?
No, because I was going to start it, and I was going to start it on the plane, and you were like, you really can't watch this in public.
No, not on IG.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I haven't started it yet, because I had downloaded it to watch on the plane, and then you were like, you really can't watch this in public.
Technically, no, yeah. It's gotten really good. I think you'll really like it.
Okay. Step by Step, which I am watching, I'm current on, I'm obsessed with.
Yeah, I just started it today, and I'm up to episode 3, and I really like it.
I am obsessed with it. I really, in my heart of hearts, wanted to love Boss and a Babe more than I did, and so this is giving me everything that I like wanted from an office romance, and I love it. I'm so into it. I'm so here for it.
I just love that we're getting so many office romances.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing will be bed friends, but you know.
Okay, Love Tractor. You just finished this.
Oh my God. It was so cute.
Yeah.
I was so sad when it ended. I loved every second of it. It was a refreshing. I think that's the thing, is that because the Korean ones are so short, it was just so refreshing. Like, it was a fun watch. It was interesting. I think I had a conversation with somebody on Instagram where they were like, or maybe I just saw it on Twitter, where they were like, finally we're getting a K-BL that talks a little bit about the context of the relationship of the couple, right? I've said this before, where I feel like the K-BLs feel like they're very much the couples in a bubble. You don't really get them in the context of like their friends and their family and society. And this one, the lead boy had been in a relationship before, and his family knew, and like everybody knew, and you get the context of like his whole environment, which I really liked. It was very cool.
Cute. Okay, Be My Favorite, which is currently airing. Again, we talked about, we have an interview with Kristen Gowan coming later this month.
People are loving this show.
I'm loving this show.
Yeah.
I really thought the premise looked dumb as hell the first time I saw it. I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time I saw, back in the day when this was supposed to be Mike Okay, when this was supposed to be Mike and Chris.
Honestly,
I was like,
I felt like they just wrote a BL for Chris. Like
fully, I was like, this looks stupid as hell. And then the new trailer came out with Gawain, and I was like, well, obviously I'm going to persevere for Gawain, but I still thought it looked stupid. Like, the idea, I think I just, like, hadn't bought it, because which I called, remember when we were like 2023 BLs, I was like, mystical BLs are going to be the whole thing this year.
So much so.
But sometimes the mystical BLs can come off as super, super cheesy and soap opera-y, which I don't always love.
Yeah.
This is doing it really well.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at how much I'm liking Be My Favorite.
And it feels like very classic GMMTV.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. It is good. It is good. Okay, so La Pluie, of course, currently airing. It's perfect. If you are not on it with BL Besties.
I take back everything I've said. The best thing that ever happened in Thailand was seeing Sia's face on a big screen.
True. We got to go to episode 7, Fin with Fans, which was the, like, in theaters, which is a very cool experience if you can get tickets to one of the, like, in theaters things.
Yeah.
There were no subtitles. We genuinely were, like, going on context clues.
It didn't matter.
It was truly an experience. Like, at one point, so of course, our friend Eileen came to Thailand with us, and Eileen and I both don't really like, or it's not that we don't do the spice, it's that it, like, it really, like,
blush.
It really, like, you know, like, gets us.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, episode 7, of course, is a very spicy episode, and we were, like, dying. We're, like, clutching onto each other, and there was something about the experience of us just, like, dying together, but also being surrounded by other people.
The reactions
also
were
dying,
so big.
Like, other people literally, like, screaming.
It was so cool.
It was amazing. Also, we ran into Lycan at that thing, which was, like, wild.
They were just, because it was in a movie theater.
It was at a movie theater.
They were going to a movie, or coming out of a movie.
They were coming out of a movie because they had been in the bathroom. It was a wild. Listen, let me just detail this experience, because this is when we tell you just run into people in the malls in Thailand. Hang out at Siam Paragon. Seriously.
Because it took about 5 hours from the time that we had to register to the time the show actually started.
Right. So we had to go, like, pick up our tickets, and then we had to, like, you just kind of, like, hang out until it's time to go in, because there was, like, a whole press conference thing, which we did go live from, and it's saved if you want to go watch it. And then we also have some photos that are posted on Peace to Faye's page, because we shared them with Peace to Faye. Anyways, so we were, like, wandering around. We had gone to do something, and then we were like, let's go back up.
Yeah, we were standing by the theater, and then we realized, like, oh,
this is going to take forever.
It's going to take forever, and it was getting kind of warm. And
yes,
so
we needed some AC because people were packed in there.
And so we took the escalator down, and we saw, like, the whole cast of La Pluie, and we were like, oh my God, hi. And they were like,
I remember why. We went to go to a bathroom that didn't have a line. We tried to go to the bathroom in the movie theater, but the bathroom in the movie theater had a crazy line because of all the people. So we were like, let's go downstairs to the bathroom down at the food court, and and we were coming back up from our bathroom adventure.
So then we decided, no, we were just standing there because we had seen the La Pluie cast go back upstairs, and we were like, oh, maybe we should just
let's go back upstairs. Yeah.
We literally went down the escalator, turned right back around, and came back up the escalator. And as we were coming up the escalator, I was in front of everyone, and I make eye contact. And this is our joke in Thailand. Make eye contact hard with any cute boy you see, because potentially, especially because the first time we went was during the, like, COVID was still very much a thing, and so everybody was wearing a mask.
So you gotta, like, really look. You gotta look really hard. You gotta really especially because seeing these boys out of context, it might take you a minute to place them.
And so, surprisingly, you will recognize these boys with a mask on.
Yeah, it might take you a minute, though. That's why you gotta stare, and you gotta stare hard.
So I'm coming up the escalator, and I make eye contact with this cute boy, and I'm staring him down. And we're coming up the escalator, and I get off the escalator, and Ayla's behind me. And in that moment, I turn around, and I look at her, and I go, I think that's nut.
I'm already probably, like, 3 feet away from her, because I've started beelining around the corner, because as we're going up at the exact same moment, I see the back of a boy's head. And I was like, that's the back of William's head. William has a very distinct haircut right now. So I was like, in my brain, I was like, that looks like the back of William's head. I just, like, something in my body knew. And so I go, right as you say,
I think that's nut.
I see Pluie.
And you go, no, that's Olive.
Because I saw William, because, like, I was like, okay, if she sees nut, then this is definitely William, and that's gotta be Pluie. And I was like, okay, so that's Lycan. So yes, I go,
like, oh my God.
I go, no, that's Olive Lycan. So we round the corner, we walk right up to them. Nut is like,
immediately recognizes
hey, what's up?
us.
It was like the wildest thing. It's only the 3 of them in that moment, and we're like, oh my God, we should take a picture. And so we go to take the selfie, and Nut, like this child.
Yeah.
This child is like going to take a picture, like he's ready, whatever.
The 3 of us.
I look up, the 3 of them and us. I look up, and I just hear from down the hallway, it's you guys, and it's Hong and Lego. So like Nut, instead of being like,
my bros are in the bathroom. Wait a second.
Yeah, do you want to wait a second for Hong and Lego? No. He's like, yes, let's take this photo. Like, and so then we wait a second and we like chit chat with them. Lego is the sweet. They're all the nicest boys.
Incredibly sweet.
Hundo P, if you see Lycan out in public, just walk up to them and talk to them.
Very nicely and respectfully.
Yes, be nice. Like, don't like run up and scream at them, but like walk up to them and talk to them like a normal person.
There was a weird video of a fan following Nut and trying to get way too close to him. Don't get too close.
Oh yeah. That's not what we're advocating for. Be like a respectful human and walk up and say hello.
Be normal.
Walk up and say hello.
Keep pandemic distances.
Yes. As principals in Texas would say, leave room for Jesus.
Yes. That was a wild experience.
That was crazy. So that happened at La Pluie Fin with fans. La Pluie has been a show. If you are not watching it, it just got hella dramatic. So I highly recommend jumping on, watching, catching up, getting ready.
Episodes.
2 more eps.
That's insane.
Okay, Be Mine Superstar just started.
Y'all, the first episode was so good.
It started right before we came back, and the first episode had everything. It had a gratuitous shower scene. It had flowers falling from the sky.
Would we call that gratuitous?
Absolutely. It was completely because gratuitous just means unnecessary. It was absolutely unnecessary.
I thought it was fully necessary.
No, it was absolutely unnecessary to the plot. The plot did not need this shower scene. Therefore, it was gratuitous. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
We always need a Josh
It just means it's gratuitous. It's fine.
Did we get a Josh shower scene in Don't Say No?
Kind of. There's a shower hookup scene.
Right. They're fully clothed.
Right. So, like...
We get a lot of bathtubs in Don't Say No.
It's in a shower.
Sure.
But, yeah.
A locker room shower?
Right.
No.
This episode had everything. It had a gratuitous shower scene. It had flowers falling from the sky. It had First is a Prince.
That's spicy.
It had a full one night stand.
That was so good.
It had, oh my God, it had managers fighting. It had the drama. It had everything. This show has everything. I cannot wait to see where it goes. I'm so excited. Also, just heads up for everybody as well, international fans, if you had been watching it on iQIYI, for the United States, at least, it has now switched over to Viki. So just heads up, because I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm so excited to see where the show goes.
As we already mentioned, Our Sky 2 wrapped up, and then we've got Dinosaur Love, which started.
I love Dinosaur Love.
I love that for you.
Kong is precious. This character, what is his character's name? Oh my gosh. Why can't I think of his character's name? I love it because this storyline, it's one of those where like the series starts and he has a boyfriend and he breaks up with the boyfriend and the boyfriend is like, no, you cannot break up with me. And so you think it's going to be one of those situations where he like caves and gives in because he's such a sweet character. But no, he stands his ground. And I'm very appreciative of this. It's so good. It's got so much. Listen, I will say Ultimate Troop can do a show. Remember Me? So
Remember
good.
Me was great.
The Yearbook, I will never stop screaming about the Yearbook. It was incredible. It was so good. I don't know if they've done anything else. I should look that up. It's also good. I love it so much. Watch Dinosaur Love. It has cute little Pepper from Love in the Air and Remember Me. It's cute. He doesn't have facial hair in this, so it's very confusing. We got to see them in person too because Tidal is part of Ultimate Troop. They showed up to
La Pluie Fin with fans.
And that's always the funniest thing because if any of the boys that are in these shows are part of a company, a lot of times like their company will come. And so Ultimate Troop, literally all of them came. And
Mean was there.
Yeah, they're standing in the middle of the fans because like they just arrive and stand in the middle and they're kind of meeting fans because the castle of Pluie is like tucked away waiting for this thing to start. Potentially getting ready to do something else. I don't know. But they're standing in the middle of fans like Pepper and Kong and Tonham and Mean and a couple of the other boys that I don't really know. And they're like chit-chatting with fans. And it's so funny when they see foreign fans. Because they like we stand out, obviously. We stand out. I'm 10 feet taller than everybody. Ayla has bright red hair and blue eyes. And they lock eyes with us. When we passed Becky, she like looked at me.
Oh, she
did
like a double take.
Yeah,
she was like,
wait a second.
She was like, I'm confused.
Because even with Nikki, when we went to go see Nikki, Ayla was literally jumping up and down being like, oh my God, I love this boy so much. I'm such a big fan. And the manager is like, do you want to take a do you know who Nikki
was like,
is?
Do you know who he is? And I was like bouncing with joy.
Because that happened a lot when we were at appearances. Foreigners would come up to us because obviously English, and they'd be like, what is this? And sometimes people will just stick around. Like when we went to go see NCT 127 at the rodeo right before COVID. And these people were like, who is this group? And we were like, NCT 127, they're K-pop. And they were like, cool. And they just stuck around. They were like, we'll listen to this.
Well, because they had, to be clear, they had shoot seats at the rodeo because we had managed to get shoot seats.
Yeah.
Which is like, if you are at all familiar with the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, literally those seats cost like $900. You're going to stay for the concert.
Do you get it for like the whole time?
No, it's per day.
So they just happened to be there.
They had shoot seats that day. So yes, of course they're staying for the concert.
But even if they don't know who the people are?
Their seats cost $900.
Yeah, but they didn't buy them to see the concert.
It doesn't matter. So it's part of your experience.
They already got their money's worth, I guess.
It doesn't. No, if you are in shoot seats, it's also during the concert. If you have shoot seats, the only opportunity you get to go like down on the rodeo floor, and like that's cool. Also, it's the only way to get your chair. So like they give you these like camp chairs, and so the only way to get your camp chair is by going down on the floor.
We didn't
like
get a camp chair.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes.
I mean,
we all got the camp chairs.
I didn't take it with me.
Well, obviously you don't live here.
I could have. I eventually did live here.
But yes, you get a camp chair. It's a whole thing. Anyways, they stuck around because they had shoot seats. Let's be very clear.
Anyways, so anyways, when they see a foreigner in the crowd, they're like all the artists are like highly amused because they're like, how can this person recognize me?
Also,
like,
I want to be clear, we were given those seats. We did not buy those shoot seats. That's why I'm like, oh my God, they had shoot seats, because it's also really hard to buy shoot seats.
Potentially, they were also given them?
Potentially. It's usually like a corporate perk kind of thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's always a funny experience to interact as a foreign fan, especially as a Western fan with these artists, because they can't quite fathom that like these people are fans of them.
They're like, surely they don't know who I am, which is why, I mean, unless you're like a Z Nunu, right? And like then it makes a little more sense.
I don't know, because the way that BTS acted for the longest time, they were like, I don't know if this was true like for the general public when they were walking down the street, but every time they did an interview for the longest time, they were like, I don't understand how so many people love us. So that's what always comes to mind with these people, where like we fully, the first time we went to Thailand, went to a Count a Turbo appearance, and someone was like, do you want to take a photo with them? And we were like, please stop, please, they don't want to.
We were like embarrassed a little bit.
We can't
so
talk
to
them anymore, we had already interviewed them and made fools of ourselves.
Also because we had watched that concert and we were in the front row and like Countess started singing the Tarn type theme song, and I had a physical breakdown. Like I had like a complete mental, emotional, but also physical breakdown. And he saw me have the breakdown because I was literally right in the front. And it like
listen, it gave him more power.
It gave him life. It gave him so much power. But like I was very embarrassed at that point. I was like, no, I absolutely cannot go speak to him. I'm so sorry.
That was pretty funny. But anyways, as a foreign fan, you will have a magical experience.
Yes.
I'm sure as a Thai fan, you get to have all the magical experiences every day.
Okay, so show's about to start.
So many.
Club Friday. We will not have access to this. It's a huge bummer because Bank of Isbanky and Moss is in a love triangle with Na, who's married to a girl who's in love with another girl, but they broke up. Oh my God, it looks messy, and I'm so sad I can't watch it.
I know.
Anyways, if you get to watch it, I highly recommend watching it and telling me how awesome it is.
Yes.
Okay, next up, Low Frequency starts next week.
I can't wait.
This week? Next week. Next week.
July 8th.
Yeah, next week. Low Frequency starts next week. This is the Ping Guitar vehicle. It will be on iQIYI that features Ghosty bonus.
No, ma'am, it is a bonus vehicle. Oh, I love Bonus. I love him so much.
I, after spending 3 days with Bonus, have a far deeper appreciation for Bonus than I did before. I'm very excited for Ghosty Bonus.
I can't wait to see old man Ghosty Bonus.
Yeah, I'm excited for Ghosty Bonus.
Oh, it's going to be so ridiculous.
Okay. Hidden Agenda also about to start. We've gotten the like pre-episode situation.
This most recent trailer looks so different than the pilot.
This has evolved. We're now debaters, which as a former debater myself, I'm very excited about. Anytime I meet somebody that did debate in high school, I like totally geek out. Like I had a whole conversation with this boy recently where I was like, let's talk about debate. And I'm sure everyone else at that table was like, oh, God.
No, it was the funniest thing to watch because you got so excited about something you did in high school. And this child was just out of high school. And so it was a moment where you probably like looked 10 years younger. You were like, let's talk about something that I did so long ago, but like I'm still so passionate about it. It was really
fun.
amazing.
Anyways, I'm excited.
Cool because like they were in a different country, so it was cool to like hear the differences in how it's done, but also similarities.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cute.
Of course, this is the Jungdong vehicle that also is an album vehicle, but also album are not together. Are they together anymore? I can't tell based on the pre-episode.
I know they were a campus couple in the first pilot trailer, but
like, now it looks like they're an emerging. It's very confusing. We'll have to wait and see. But also, Louis is in it. So is AJ. I had to think about it. And Pod and Guy. Yes,
I love Pod.
Pod is back. Our fisherman is back. He has returned from the sea. I'm very excited.
And it looks like he's going to be in a lot because GMMTV has started doing these special episodes before the actual series, and he's in a lot of it.
Yeah. Okay, next up we have Time the Series is coming soon. Okay.
I don't understand this.
This will be on iQIYI.
Yes.
This is about time travel and also potentially a go-go bar and also murder and also police corruption.
Listen,
unclear.
Inflo knows what they're doing.
Honestly, it's going to be a great show. This is a Jimmy Camp vehicle. If you don't know Jimmy Camp, I highly recommend going and looking into Jimmy Camp.
They're adorable.
Because they are adorable. I'm obsessed with Jimmy. He's wonderful. 10 out of 10. No notes for Jimmy. Also, New Baz, not Baz Suradet, different Baz. New Baz. New Baz is in this, and New Baz is adorable as well. So this cast looks amazing. It looks absolutely wild. I can't wait to see the ride that it takes me on. Heartstopper season 2 comes out in August. Pit Babe has finally started filming, and also
got like a teaser.
We got the lead reveals, right? Yes. So like everybody who's been watching Boy's Journey, we know we like didn't know who was going to be what in the show. Finally, it has been revealed that Pavel will be Babe, and Pooh, who very early on became one of my favorites.
Yes. Sunshine.
And I'm like screaming from the roofs about this boy because he is just a ray of sunshine. And Pavel and Pooh, I think, are going to be so cute together. And I cannot wait to watch this.
Also, this is going to be hella spicy.
It's going to be absolutely insane. We had multiple people in Thailand ask us, like, but what do you guys think about Pit Babe?
Yes.
Which means it's like already I love for them that they're like the buzz of the town.
I do too.
I'm obsessed with that.
Honestly, I feel like it's going to be a darker version of Love in the Air.
Maybe.
If that's even possible.
But the cast is huge. I don't know. It's going to be wild.
Except I don't know if that whole journey is going to be the cast.
There's 12 of them. Aren't they all in it? I think they're all in it.
I don't know because
I think it's like Beyond the Star.
Because Merman just did this where they workshopped a ton of boys and then they cut half of them. So potentially that's what Pit Babe was. It was a workshop.
Does anyone know? I feel like there are smarter people than us that actually know. Because, if you know, please comment and tell us.
Because, the lead reveals were just like 4 or 5 of them. There wasn't a ton. Because Suppanut, I know, is in that teaser trailer.
Right.
But I don't think it was all of them in that teaser trailer.
But they're all still doing Pit Babe work because there's a Pit Babe appearance on the 15th at this like Prow magazine thing because Element's going to be there on the 16th and La Pluie will be there on the 16th.
Amazing.
But Pit Babe's going to be there on the 15th and all 12 of them will be there. So
I mean, that'd be cool if they were all in the show.
I don't know. I have no idea. If somebody smarter than us knows, please tell us. And then, of course, My Universe is coming out in August. This one's August 20th.
This is going to be a ride.
This is that, like, collection of shows that's, like, a bunch of boys. Count a Turbo are in it. Mick Monton from La Cuisine has a new pairing. And his series actually looks really cute. None of them are connected. They're just all under the same umbrella, as far as I know. So Mick's story is like Grumpy Boy is fated to marry Ray of Sunshine Boy. And Mick, shockingly, is the Grumpy Boy, not the Ray of Sunshine Boy. So that'll be interesting. Count a Turbo are like outdoorsy.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Can't wait. And then,
last but not least,
Venus in the Sky has begun filming. Now, if you remember, I feel like I'm on like a late night like QVC. Now, if you recall, this should be on late night QVC.
One of the most interesting things that we got out of our trip in Thailand is how to pronounce the name of this company.
Yes. Okay. So, Venus in the Sky, you may remember, was the trailer that got pulled from YouTube for being too spicy and had to be recut. Yes. This is if you're a foreign fan, Nine-na. We've learned it's actually pronounced cow-na because cow in Thai, or nine in Thai is cow, and then the na. And cow-na, which we learned from our interview with Cow-na and Turbo, which we still have not released.
For good reason.
Cow-na means to move forward. Yes. So, like, it has a meaning. So,
Cow-na.
Nine-na. This is like, I feel like when we learned how to pronounce Aichi, right? Like,
life-changing.
It's actually pronounced cow-na. This is a Cow-na production.
It's going to be very confusing
if you remember,
we love Cow-na.
Cow-na did check out the series.
Lord have mercy.
Yes. Venus in the Sky has started filming. Honestly, this show looks incredible.
We met the director. She is the spiciest little girl.
She is wonderful. She's so a little firecracker, and she's so cool.
Obsessed with her.
Her name is Kate, and she's wonderful. And I trust her.
Yeah.
I trust her. She told me to my face, she was like, you're going to want to watch the show. And I believe her that I'm going to want to watch the show.
The rest of the cast, there is this Max boy who Ayla has been obsessed with since the gameplay show Work From Heart.
Yes.
He's adorable. His name is Max Dieter. He's half British. We found out. We had a little chit chat with him.
Yes. His name is Max Dieter. And I just always thought he was fascinating. I was like, who is this boy? I need to know things about him.
Because with these smaller actors, y'all, we can only Google so much that the Google will let us.
Yeah. And I knew nothing about him.
If we don't have good info or like a Thai spelling of a name, or like if this person just doesn't exist on the internet, then like it's impossible to find them.
Here's the thing. I met him. I talked to him. I still know nothing about him. He's still just as alluring to me as he was before.
We do know he's half British.
He is half British.
He speaks fluent English.
He's also adorable and so nice. He's the nicest boy in all of Thailand.
All that to say, Venus in the Sky, new leads with Czech and another boy.
I don't know who Czech is paired with in Venus in the Sky. What is that boy's name?
What is that boy's name? Hold, please.
Czech is adorable. He's a brand new actor. So cute.
I feel like the other boy has been in something. Potentially.
I highly recommend following all of these actors on IG because they're posting from set and it's so cute.
His name is Todd and he's 33 years old. Fascinating.
Oh my God.
Oh, fascinating. He was in What the Duck.
Old school. Okay.
So many questions.
And then also we've got some other new baby actors. Boss is in this. Boss and Max are appearing in this show.
Yes. Boss. Oh my God, there's a 35-year-old in
this
show.
There's a bunch of bosses. This is a completely different boss than the one you're thinking, trust.
Yes. I'm so excited.
So, Venus in the Sky has, in fact, started filming, and I'm very excited for it to come out. I think that's everything. It's probably not. This episode is a million years long.
I mean, season 4. Who knows what will come?
But until then, this has been Let's Talk BL. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and keep up with all things Let's Talk BL at Let's Talk BL.